Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome here on the campus of Connecticut College. We're here for the round of 32 in the 2021 Division III Men's Soccer Tournament. We have Salem State, the Vikings, in for town for this do-or-die situation for both teams. Whoever moves on will move on to the round of 16 and play the winner of St. Joseph's of Maine and NYU. I'm Robert Marcello here with NSN Sports. Going to guide you through both of these games here on this Saturday afternoon. It's a little chilly outside, but skies are clear and we're good to play. Throughout New England last night, we had some torrential downpours and ended up working out. We're still able to play this game today. The field overall in excellent condition. Conn College, of course, hosting this round of 32 and 16 if they're able to win today. Salem State having to travel from Salem. So should be a good one here today. Conn, the home team, of course, wearing white. Salem State wearing orange. Salem State won the Mesquite Conference Tournament. In the semifinals beat MCLA 5-0, and then in the finals they beat, I believe, Framingham State 4-2 for the Conn College Camels. They were the #1 seed in the NASCAC Conference Tournament. Defeated Williams in the quarterfinals, defeated Tufts in the semifinals, but then eventually lost here at Freeman Field against Colby 2-0. This is a whole huge home field advantage for the Camels, as it doesn't happen very often. You're able to host a first round game. We're going to get things started here from New London, Connecticut. It is the round of 32 in the Division III Men's Soccer Championship. To get things started, Salem State has the possession. They'll be shooting towards our left in this first half. Conn College shooting towards our right. On the throw will be Bruce Doyle, losing it. Now Salem State with the possession for the first time today. Aaron O'Toole with the ball for Salem State. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Camels. Rain's expected in the forecast, but hopefully after both games are done here today. It is beautiful outside right now, just approaching around the 57 to 58 degree mark. That ball's going to be pushed towards the corner for Conn, and it's hit out of bounds. Let's see if they're able to gain possession, are the Vikings. Good sized crowd here today from New London, Connecticut, as we're in the round of 32. Whoever wins this game today will play then tomorrow in the round of 16 against the winner of St. Joseph's of Maine and NYU. That game will scheduled to be kicked off at around 2:30, but if this game goes a little bit longer, of course, that start time will change. Setting thing up are the Camels offensively. They're shooting towards our right in this first half. Setting it to the other side over to Marco Cerizzo. Cerizzo to the other side of the field. They're now rushing it towards the corner. Near far left side. Trying to score a goal early are the Camels. They have a huge home field advantage this afternoon, playing back here at Freeman Field as they lost their last home game in the NESCAC final against Colby. Trying to get the ball out front, and we'll set back up. Sending it over to Doyle, losing the ball and the possession with the Vikings. Heading it away. Ball's going to be out front to empty Schuma. Schuma falls down. Whistle on the play, and let's see what they call. Overall, a good day here in New London, Connecticut. The sky is out, not a cloud in the sky. Expecting some rain later, but hopefully after both of these round of 32 games are being played around the country. A lot of games being played here on Saturday in multiple fall sports, Division 1, 2, and 3. And the ball is going to go out of bounds, and the throw-in for Salem State will be Dylan Cernina. Losing it now, possession will be Conn. Getting back up is Salem State. If you're just joining us on NSN Sports, I'm Robert Marcello. Salem State on the road wearing orange. Conn College at home wearing white. MT Schumann in the corner. Didn't see MT in a couple of the matchups, specifically the quarterfinal matchup against Williams. Neither saw Augie Jirja. Possession was O'Toole for Salem State, and he's going to fall down. Bruce Doyle now with a throw-in. O'Toole didn't appreciate Doyle pushing him down and had a couple of words to say after, but we continue play. Boquetti will send it up. Likely we'll see Augie Jirja coming off the bench, as we didn't see him in the quarterfinal matchup, but saw him both the semis and the finals. Rajar in there losing it for Conn. Overlooking the Joanne and Nathan Cummings Art Center. As you can see on the screen here on NSN Sports, round of 32. Salem State was perfect in conference play this season. A 7-0 record, then of course the semifinals and the finals that they played will go on to win their conference tournament. Conn, though, unable to win their conference tournament. Prior to last Sunday, they're going to throw it big deep. Unable to do so, kicking it deep there, and it's now going to go back to the goalkeeper. Prior to last Sunday's loss, Conn College was on a 6-game winning streak, so trying to get back on the winning side of things or their season will be over. They, of course, do play overtime, and, of course, will have penalty kicks if required. That ball's going to be sent into the box, and it's going to be saved by Mettenberg. Mettenberg wearing a light blue jersey today. Usually he wears orange, but, of course, Salem State, orange, didn't want to get confused. Dylan Sanera on the throw-in for Salem State. O'Toole now has it. Slides it over to his teammate. And number 22, Kenny Prince. Trying to get over O'Toole, but good job by Doyle. Boquetti sends it back. Steve Jonas, one of the captains for the Connecticut College Camels, there on that pass back to the goalkeeper. Still 0-0 score. We're about 6 minutes into this contest. The fall leaves have fallen down, and some of the leaves are on the field, and you can feel it's definitely fall outside here in New England. Sending it back over to Steve Jonas. Jonas kicks it towards the corner where Robles is. It goes off of his foot, and now possession is Salem State. Whistle on the play, and it's going to be a free kick way back in the defensive end for Salem State. On the free kick will be number 13, Patrick Felita. Sends it over to O'Toole, but losing it now. Robles there. Robles a forward, kicking it back to his goalkeeper. Trying to pressure now up to Jonas. Jonas out near midfield in the center circle. Changes directions, now heads back in the defensive end and sends it back over to Mettenberg. Jonas cross pass over to Boquetti. Boquetti also one of the captains for the Camels. Sends it up to Cerezo. Trying to pass it over to Marvel. Pass that was intended for Schumann, now possession for Conn. Jonas tries to pass it out front, shots on net! And it goes over the crossbar, still 0-0. And the first real opportunity in this game, Conn squanders. And Salem didn't really have anybody out front, as it was really a one-on-one opportunity. There was no one within a couple of yards of them. Conn College trying to move on to the round of 16 as well as Salem State. Salem State, as I mentioned, won the MESCAC. Getting a first round bye. Conn didn't have that virtue, because it was best of 8. Salem State currently on a big winning streak. They have not lost since October 20th, a loss at Wheaton, Massachusetts. They are 0-2 though in neutral site games this season, but of course this really feels like a road game. They're 4-2 on the season. They've scored 48 total goals this season. And number 22, Kendi Prince, 44 points on the season, 20 goals and 4 assists, along with his teammate Aaron O'Toole with 17 points. So, 2 big offensive players that Conn will try to shut down today on the side for Conn. They are 6-2 at home this season. They've scored 30 goals. And Ry Jarn currently leads the team in points at 14. But he's been kept off the scoreboard these past couple of weeks. His defenses have paid a lot more attention to him. This is the 4th straight NCAA tournament appearance for Conn. Of course, 2020 does not count to that record because they did not play. Pushing it up after Mettenberg. Trying to send it in the corner, but it's going to be head away. Trying to keep possession now as Robles sends it back over to Cerezo. Tries to pass it up, and now sends it back over to the defensive end, past the center circle. It's one of the better grass surfaces in the country. It plays very well. There's only really soccer plays here. And now sends it over to Doyle. Doyle tries to send it out front. A piece of it, does he get pushed out of bounds? No, he's not. He's still in play as Robles. Tries to pass it up. Shots on net over the crossbar. Back-to-back chances for Conn in these last 4 or 5 minutes, not able to get a shot on net as we approach around the 10-minute mark of this game. The game after us, you will see St. Joseph's College of Maine. They're 16-1-2 on the season. They were undefeated in GNAC play. In NYU, 10-5-1. They were 4-3 in UAA play. That game will be after us, but first we got to play these 90 minutes and potentially longer if able to do so, and then we'll have that second matchup for you here on NSN Sports. The winner of those 2 matchups will be back here on Sunday afternoon. Slipping, falling down. No whistle on the play, shot on net, and it goes wide. A slip in coverage there for Salem State. They almost went down 1-0. Goalie kick for the Vikings. Their goalkeeper wearing neon green uniform. And now sends it away. Falling down. Whistle on the play, and it's going to be possession Conn. Sends it up. Still out near center circle. Right at where they start the game. And a turnover. Salem State back in transition. Conn able to get enough bodies back though. And it's going to be a throw in for Doyle. Throws it back in the defensive end. Will slide it back over to his defensive partner. And Steve Jonas. And now he's going to kick it deep, trying to get it on net. Let's see if they can do so. It's going to get deflected wide. And let's see if it's going to be a corner. And it will be a corner. The first corner of the day. Let's see who takes that corner for Conn. It appears it's going to be Ry Jarn. Jarn, as I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, leading the Camels in points this season. First corner opportunity in the far left side. Shots on net into the box. Tries to head it out front. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goalie kick for Salem State. About 32 minutes left to go in this first half. Still the score, 0-0. Now on the goalie kick. Sends it away. Heading it away there was Jarin. Whistle on the play, number 13. And Patrick Folletti and MT Shuma. They're fighting for it. Whistle on the play. It's going to be a free kick for Salem State. Salem State, the road team today, if you ever want to call it one. Because this is definitely not a neutral site game. This is a road game for them as they're playing the home team in Connecticut College on their home field. Connecticut College, prior to losing the Neskick final, were on a 6-game winning streak. So that was quickly slowed down by Colby College, the Mules. Sends it over the other side of the field to Jonas. Sends it just outside the box towards the corner. Robles is there. Onsides he is. Sends it up to Doyle. Ball's out front. Losing it now, rushing towards the corner. Whistle on the play, and it's going to be possession for Salem State. They're now on the goalie kick. Trying to rush it towards the net. Possession here for Salem State. This is their first opportunity today. And good defense by Kahn. They're going to try to clear it. Number 7. Joyda Souza. Was there for Salem State, unable to cash in. And now kicks it back towards the defensive end for Kahn. Mittenberg gets out of his net, and they'll continue play. Sends it up to Boketti. He's in the center circle. Tries to kick it off towards the corner. Is he able to keep it in? Yes, he is. Changing directions. He loses the ball. We'll have to be able to retrieve it on the far left side. And we'll kick it back, having to regroup. Good defensive job there by Salem State. Sends it over to Doyle. Doyle passes it up to Jarin. Jarin over to MT Suma. And we'll send it back up here for Kahn. Kahn, as I mentioned, the home team wearing white. Salem State, the road team wearing orange. No stoppages so far in this first half. It's just been a pretty clean game by both sides. Here now kicks it back deep into the defensive end where Maidenberg is. Sends it up there to Cerezo. And now possession here for Salem State. Kicks it deep. A foot race. Let's see who can grab it. And the ball goes out of play. Rushing for it there was number 22 in Kendi Prince, leading the Vikings in points this season. So we have about 28 minutes left to go in this first half. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. It's going to be thrown for Salem State. A nice breeze here. It does feel definitely like fall outside. Now possession for Salem State. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Oh, but it stays in. Both sides playing pretty physical in this one is. This is their season if they lose, so it's do or die. Robles kicks it back to his goalkeeper. He now sets it up. Up to Jonas. Jonas out near center circle, now kicks it over to around midfield. Trying to put the ball in the corners throughout this game is Kahn. But a really good job by Salem State, as they have had no chances offensively so far through this one. It's really been all Kahn in this first half. And now a turnover. Coming back now is Salem State. They don't have a lot of bodies back. Over to Prince. Sends it over to O'Toole. O'Toole towards the right side corner. On Doyle, slide tackle. Nobody falls down, and it's going to be a corner for Salem State.
Available for purchase at the Connecticut College tent located in the northwest corner of the field. Supplies are limited, so head over to secure the correct size and take home some NCAA tournament merch today. Thank you.
And now in the corner. Corner into the box. Heading it away, and that's going to be another corner for Salem State. Here a corner. Into the box. Back post, and it's going to go off of the net, and it's not going to be rewarded a corner. And it's going to be a goalie kick for the Camels. Doyle sends it up to Jaharin. And kicking it away, there's threes it over to Jonas. Jack Kelsiglou from Westfield, New Jersey on the field. Now sends it up to Cerezo. Doyle now has it for Kahn. And a turnover, and now we'll be back towards midfield. Heading it up now to Marvel. Kahn trying to set things back up offensively in this matchup. In the round of 32, whoever wins, their season continues in the round of 16. Whoever loses, their season ends today. Whistle on the play, and that was intended to Doyle. Tool on the push. And now a free kick for the Camels. They elect to just play on. Here now Jonas. Jonas pushes it towards the corner, towards Jarn. It's just a little bit too hard. And it's going to be a goalie kick for the Vikings. Rushes it towards the corner. Empty. Suma. Shots on net. Far post wide. Empty Shuma with quite the effort. And another shot on net goes wide for the Camels. Now letting it go back up towards midfield. Possession now is Salem State. And now we'll set things up as Salem State offensively on that far left side. Wind's starting to pick up, as it will play a factor in today's game, especially on the crossers into the box and free kicks and goalie kicks. Passes not as much, as the passes aren't going really high up into the air. Setting things up again is Kahn. 0-0 is the score in this round of 32, first of 2 games being played here today at Kahn. As a round of 16 will be back here tomorrow at Freeman Field. The Camels hope to be able to move on and host that game once again, as this is quite the advantage. Jewel kicking it out now, Doyle with the throw-in. Who now kicks it towards Shuma. Shuma sends it over the corner over to Robles. Robles into the box. It's going to get headed away, and it's going to get cleared by Salem State. Off the turnover, Camels back with possession. They have dominated the possession so far in this first half. Salem State has had back-to-back corners, but besides that, they have not been able to generate anything offensively. Ball gets headed away. Good job there by O'Toole. Doyle able to get it though. Substitutions about to come in for both sides as we have about 20 minutes left to go in this first half. And now we'll kick it away out back towards midfield. Doyle tries to send it over the corner over to Robles, but Robles kicks it out of play. Substitutions coming in for Salem State. Number 3, James Melly. Number 15, Samuel Diosa. Coming out of the game will be number 14. George Zalita. And number 11, and Aaron O'Toole. Now possession for Salem State. The Vikings have the possession. Slide tackle trying to keep it in, and now it'll be possession for the Camels. Now possession, the Camels have it, as they're out near midfield. We got about 18 minutes left to go in this first half. Still 0-0. Cross pass over to Kelzaglu. Ball's in the corner. Salem State trying to kick it out, and it goes off with Kahn last. There'll be a throw-in, though, for Salem State. No corner. Setting it up is Jonas. Camels trying to break the Salem State defense. NCAA Conference Tournament champions this season, the Vikings of Salem State. As I mentioned, this season did not lose a conference game as they went 7-0 in the regular season. This is their third all-time meeting against Conn. Conn College has won both games, so Salem State's looking for their first ever victory against Connecticut College. They do average about 2.54 points a game, so if you want to round up, they average about 3 goals a game. Salem State so far today has been able to keep off the scoreboard and has really only had 2 chances. Conn College so far in this first half has had about 5 chances. None of them really on net. Shuma sends it up. Ball's able to stay in. And the game now for the Camels is number 13. And Matt Chiffone. Whistle on the play. It's going to be possession Salem State. Camels trying to use this home field advantage in their advantage. They would be able to host both the round of 32 and the round of 16 if they're able to advance today and play tomorrow afternoon back here in Freeman Field. Now sends it up to Chiffone. Losing now possession with Salem State. Slide tackle. Possession here now for the Vikings. Losing it there was Patrick Filletti. Prince rushing towards the corner. Loses the ball and it's now going to be possession for Conn. Conn over to Doyle. Sends it back up to Jarin. Jarin it around midfield. Cross pass, slide tackle. Who did it go after last and went after Conn last? Substitutions coming in. Augie Jirjai coming into the game in number 17. Jake Kraus in the game for Marvel. Jirjai in the game for MT Shuma. Nil-nil still to score. We have about 13 and a half minutes left to go in this first half. You're joining us here on NSN Sports. I'm Robert Marcello guiding you through this first round of the NCAA tournament. 2 games being played here today at Freeman Field. At the conclusion of this game, about 30 minutes after, you'll see St. Joseph College of Maine, the home team, heading off against NYU. But first, we got to finish this game. Both teams already here, ready to go, as they'll likely warm up at halftime. They're now setting it up, and we'll send it back. Good sized crowd here today in New London, Connecticut. Ball's going to be into the box and kicked away. Good defense by Salem State. Conn College had a very successful season, would have loved to win that NCAA title, but the big championship is the national championship. Conn College, they're at home, so they can reasonably get to the Elite Eight. They're the home team, they're hosting this event. They want to play tomorrow. Game by game. Jirjai sends it back over. Jirjai falls down. He'll now kick it back over towards midfield. Bicycle kicking it there was Cerezo. Over to Bochetti. Kelsglue sends it over. You're just trying to grab it, and it's going to be kicked out of play. And it's going to be a corner for the Camels. We have about 11 and a half minutes left to go now in this first half. Still, 0-0 is the score. Possession now here with Kahn on the corner on the far left side. Kicking away into the box, heading it out front. Ball still in the box. Let's see who can get rid of it. It's going to be kicked out, and they're going to clear it. Ball goes out of play now here on the throw-in. Ori Diane from West Hartford, Connecticut into the game. Now coming out will be Rye Jarin. Trying to send it over to Giorgi. Now losing possession. And the flag goes up. Trying to get that ball for Calm is number 4 and Jorge Medillo. Now losing, and it's going to go off of somebody. Still stayed into play, and the ball goes going to go fly out of play. And now sends it up. Still at around center circle. Still no score. Trying to send it over to Giorgi. It's going to be cleared away by Salem State. Possession are the Vikings, and the ball is going to go wide. That's out of play. Patrick Felipe was there, and now coming out of the game is Prince for number 9. And Stephen Lopez. Lopez from Revere, Massachusetts. Myself being a Massachusetts native, that's just about outside of Boston. Still have some time left, less than 10 minutes left to go in this first half. We're at about the 35-minute mark, 36-minute mark of this game. I was about to say 40, that's with about 5 minutes left to go. Whistle on the play, and it appears it was a handball. And it's going to be possession Salem State. We'll have about a 10-minute break at halftime, then we'll be back for the second half. Looks right now it's going to be tied 0-0 heading into halftime, unless if one of these teams can really apply the pressure. We saw all really the chances for Kahn in this first half with the first 10 minutes or so. And since then, it's been pretty even. Salem State's had their opportunities. Kahn's had theirs. But we're still tied. Kahn, though, has dominated play so far today with those first 10 minutes, outweighing these past about 25 minutes that we've played. And now sends it up will be Salem State. And the ball is going to go out of play. Touching that for Salem was number 7. And Souza. Here now on the throw-in will be Salem State. Their colors orange and blue, but they're wearing orange. And the ball is going to go out of play as he headed it away a little bit too hard. And it's going to be a goalie kick. Possession here now for Kahn, just passing the center circle. Changing possession. He now sends it back over as they're in the center circle. Rushing it towards the corner, trying to be able to keep it in, shot out front. And good save by the goalkeeper for Salem State. That shot was by Matt Scafone. Scafone from Thornton, Pennsylvania. Khan has done a really good job today getting their ball to their forwards from the midfield line. The back 3 or 4 people for Salem State have stood tall today, as Conn College has had about 7 or 8 chances in this first half. By Salem State really only had that 1 minute period where they dominated the offensive play. That ball is going to be sent into the box and headed away there. Good job by Marco Cerizzo. Wind's starting to pick up. As we have about 6 minutes left to go in this first half. Sending it up with Scafone. Sends it back over to Cerizzo. It gets deflected. Really, really good defense and a really nice job by number 9. And Steven Lopez. Possession now is Salem State. Slide tackling it away there. And setting back things up. Cross pass. And here now possession for Conn. Slide tackling it away and trying to clear it is Salem State. And they're able to do so out towards midfield. A lot of time and space in the midfield for Conn, but inside the offensive zone, Salem State's not budging. Giorgi's shot on net, it gets deflected wide. And it turns out it didn't touch anyone. It's going to be a goalie kick for Salem State. Less than 5 minutes left to go in this first half. 0-0 is the score here on NSN Sports. Still plenty of time left to go in this first half, but the Camels at home unable to cash in on some offensive chances. Let's see if Salem State can make them pay for that in these last 5 minutes and the 45 minutes that are left in regulation. You're now on the throw-in. No whistle on the play, they play on. Sends it up to Jorge Medillo. Losing it. And we'll try to send it out towards midfield. Bochetti. Near side over to Kelsoglu. Losing it, and now we'll kick it back towards the defensive end. They're on the offensive side of the field. Conn will be shooting towards our left in the second half. Salem State towards our right. So that will be the changes at the 45-minute mark. Towards the corner, changes directions. Losing it, it's going to be cleared away. Now sends it to the other side. We will have a late substitution in this first half. It will be number 16. And Indy Doku. You're now towards the corner and will be kicked out of play. But actually stays in. My apologies, our near side left. It's hard to see. And it stays in. Trying to send it over was Jonas to the corner. To Medillo. Whistle on the play, and it's going to be a goalie kick. ND Doku coming into the game. Substitution will be for number 10 in Fabricio Torres. We have about 2 minutes left to go in this first half. We have reached the 43rd minute of this game. Still 0-0. And now possession for Conn. Conn trying to get on the board before the end of this first half. Rushing it towards the corner. Is it able to stay in? Yes, it is. And it just goes out of play. Con's starting to get a little bit frustrated offensively. They have dominated the offensive play so far in this first half. Still, 0-0. About a minute and a half left to go. Still, 0-0. Kicking it away. And now possession with Con. They're rushing it up. Falling down on a slide tackle. 1 minute remaining left to go in this first half. Almost slipping and falling. Possession towards Con. Really good job. Changing directions. There was Marco Cerezo. Trying to push it up. Con College scored an important goal in that quarterfinal matchup as the clock expired with about 15 seconds left in that first half. Let's see if they can do it again here in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Less than 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Jonas sends it up. Giorgi flicks it forward. Shot on net. Good save. Another opportunity. And it's going to be a corner.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Here's the corner. Shot on net into the box, and it's going to be saved.
3, 2,
and that's going to do it for the first half. 0-0 is the score for 45 minutes. After a 10-minute break, we'll be back for the second half here on NSN Sports. Welcome back here in the second half from New London, Connecticut. The round of 32 in this first round of the 2021 NCAA Division III Men's Soccer Tournament. The winner of this will play tomorrow afternoon back here at Freeman Field. The Connecticut College, the home team, trying to use their home field advantage against their opponents, as they are the home team and will be the home team throughout this first and second round if they're able to win. Possession will be for Con to open things up in the second half. They're shooting towards our left, as I mentioned. Salem State towards our right. 45 minutes left to go. 0-0 is the score. If it stays 0-0, we'll head to overtime. If both teams score a goal, we'll also head to overtime. But if only one goal is scored in this second half, whoever scores that goal will move on to the Sweet 16. Jonas trying to get things started in the second half. It's going to be almost kicked out of play, but a good job there by Jonas. It's going to be bicycle kicked up in the air and out of play. Kicking away out towards midfield. Now the ball goes out of play. We are at about the 46th minute of this game, to less than a minute into this second half. Still 0-0 in the first half. Going to recap it a little bit for you. Con College dominated for about the first 10 minutes. Then Salem State about halfway through the first half had a slew of offensive chances, unable to capitalize, and then after that it was all Con College in the offensive zone, with Salem State clearing it multiple times. So the Camels, if they are unable to score here and Salem State wins, their season will end, as well as for Salem State. If they don't score and their opponent scores, their season will also be over. So it's a really do-or-die situation in this first round of this NCAA tournament. It's a great game so far here today. Salem State with possession, and will be kicking it back over to the goalkeeper. He'll now kick it back over towards his goalkeeper. That was number 6. Dio Clisio. Wind's starting to pick up once again. Whistle on the play. It appears there's a hurt player. Time is 42:29 left to go in regulation. If neither team scores, we will head to overtime. And the injured player will walk off the field. As I mentioned, we are about a couple minutes out of the halftime break. Midfield, heading it away. Now is going to rush towards the corner. Let's see if Jonas is able to grab it. Unable to do so now, tries to box him out, was number 3. And James Melly, unable to do so. It's now going to be possession Con. Jaron back in the game after taking about the last 10 minutes or so of the first half off. Trying to pass it up. Ball's going to be out front. Whistle on the play. And the referee thought that the Con College player pushed him down, but in fact, the two players from Salem State collided with each other. Now trying to set it up. Out near midfield. Killigrew there for Con. Now kicks it over to Bochetti. And the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Salem State. Some physicality there, Bochetti. Kicking it away. And the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a goalie kick. About 1:30, the second game is supposed to start, but if this game goes into overtime, we will likely see a later start time. And now sends it away out towards midfield in the center circle. Heading it away, possession for Con. Kicking a little bit too far. And the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a corner for the Camels. Here in the corner, that far left side. Shooting towards our left is Con into the box. Heading it out front. Shots on net. And it's not going to go in. Doesn't even reach the net. Or anywhere near the net. It went high above the crossbar on the other side. And it's still 0-0. No whistle on the play. We continue. A late morning start here in this first round of the round of 32. First of 2 games being played here was an 11 a.m. start. Normally it's 12 and then 2:30, but NCAA electing to start this game at 11 a.m. Of course, all these teams in the East Coast, so no time change difference for either side. As the NCAA this year really tried to keep everything regionalized. Don't want teams going too far. The national championship, though, of course, in the Final Four in North Carolina. And that's the road where all of these teams will be going in. The road to the Final Four is in Greensboro, North Carolina. Con College, of course, trying to get there. Salem State, too, but they have to win this game first. Towards midfield, the ball is going to be sent high up into the air. Let's see who can get possession. Trying to fight for it, and Con College wins that battle. And the ball is going to be kicked out of play. Kicking it into the box. Trying to head it away. Ball's out front and gets tipped. And it's going to be a corner for Kahn. We have a couple of games already starting, but as I mentioned, electing to just reset it up. Into the box, going to be high above the air, and it's going to be headed out. And trying to clear it. Over the back there was Jurjai. That's basketball call, of course, but no fear. Leading will be from November 19th to the 21st, and then the semifinals in the national championship are December 3rd and December 4th. And of course that will take place in Greensboro, North Carolina, with the first of the Final Four matchups being played at 5, the second one at 7:45. Both of these teams trying to get there. Of course, the two teams after that will be playing here at Freeman Field. We'll also have that call. I'll be on the call for that one on NSN Sports. Those teams as well trying to get to Greensboro, North Carolina. Possession here with Kahn. It's about 2:15 Eastern time here in beautiful New London, Connecticut. As we have about reached the 10-minute mark of this first half at around the 55-minute overall. And this one, a really good crowd here for Salem State today. As you can see, the orange towels and pom-poms. Of course, they're orange, but it looks like red from afar. But Salem State, of course, orange. And then Conn College has a good of a quite student section here today, as they'll play quite a difference in this one as they're shooting towards that side where the fans are. There's two separate brackets. Whistle on the play. It's going to be another corner for the Camels in this second half. This is a pretty big bracket, as it is the round of 32 in terms of course, for everybody else. Still 0-0. Kicking it away. Falling down, no whistle. They'll continue. Whistle on the play, and we'll continue. Conn with possession. Rushing it up. Conn Conn College trying to keep their season alive. Salem State doing the same. You're now rushing it towards the corners, able to get a piece on it. Ball's out front, good save. This Conn College player was able to get a piece of it, but not enough to get it over the goalkeeper. They had some finals, of course. We saw Washington and Lee and Convent going to play each other in the round of 16 in that side of the bracket, the other side of the bracket. It's really 64 teams, but 32 and 32. Similar to what the NCAA tournament does, March Madness basketball. But they split it up in two 32s. Back to the action as I was bringing that to you, all the implications for both sides. We are about at the 15-minute mark of this second half, reaching to around the 60th minute. We have about 30 minutes left to go in regulation. Still, no score. Changing direction, ball's going to be out front. It's going to be kicked out of play into the box. It's going to be a throw-in for the Camels. Coming to the game for Connecticut College will be Doyle and number 17, Jake Krause. We'll see who comes out of the game. It appears it's going to be number 18. So number 19 in Ori Dine. And also number 7. And Dylan Zane. Whistle on the play. There's an infraction, and it's going to be a goalie kick. For Salem State. Going to let the ball go out of bounds is Conn, and it'll be a throw-in for the Camels. Has possession of the Camels, trying to take a 1-0 lead and trying to advance to the round of 16. That ball was sent into the corner and it's going to go out of play. Substitution in the game for Salem State will be George Zulita. He's from Lowell, Massachusetts, went to Lowell High School. Coming out of the game will be number 22, Kendi Prince. Prince, arguably their best player, now on the bench. We'd assume he'd be back in the game for the second half. You're now in the corner. Shots on net, trying to go to the back post, and the ball's going to go out of play, and it's going to be a goalie kick. Conn College with all the chances in this one. Salem State really unable to get anything going offensively this afternoon. Here on the goalie kick. Heading it away. They're out near midfield. Setting it up, O'Ketty. And they'll have to regroup. Badenberg sends it away. And the ball is going to stay in play, but stepping out of bounds was number 13. And Matt Scafone. So it will not count. It'll be possession towards Salem State. Salem State trying to come back here tomorrow. In the round of 16. Conn College trying to be the home team. No whistle on the play will continue after Jonas fell down. Missing it there. Jirjai almost able to get it. Whistle on the play, and it's going to be a free kick for Salem State. Possession, the Camels have it. Sends it back deep. Sends it away towards the corner. And it's going to go out of play again. Scafone unable to get it, and it's going to be another throw-in for Salem State. Trying to keep it in. Doyle, good job. Jarin sends it towards the corner. Trying to get a shot on net against, get deflected, and it's going to be a corner. The corner for Kahn, trying to take a 1-0 lead. Let's see if they can do it here. Salem trying to clear it. Corner into the box, it's going to be headed away. Trying to clear it. You're down the throw, and it's going to be a turnover. Boketti sends it back to his defensive partner. Boketti, one of the captains for the Camels. A lot of slipping and falling today. Sends it away towards the corner, heading it out. Salem State's going to clear it. All defensive game today for the Vikings, as they've only really had 2 chances in the offensive zone so far today. Besides that, Conn College has dominated the play today, and we're still 0-0. Salem State, all they need is 1 chance. Offensively, changing directions, trying to get a shot on net, but it gets cleared. That was intended to the back post towards Yurjat. Ball's in the box. Trying to keep it out. Whistle on the play. Will there be an infraction? And it appears there is. And it's going to be on Girjai. Looked like it was going to be a corner and maybe a card on Salem State, but instead we play on with a goalie kick for Salem State. We have about 23 minutes left to go in regulation. Still 0-0. Whistle on the play, and it's going to be Salem State. O'Toole fell down, and they thought the referee pulled them down, and we'll continue play. Here, a free kick. Into the box, heading it out. Good job by Kahn. Ball's out front to O'Toole as he rushes towards the corner. Shots on net. Ball's out front. here on the clear will be Khan. Sending it away, Jirjai trying to run for it, and it's going to be goalie kicked out of the way. Matt Huntsman in net today for the Vikings. Haven't really said his name much today because he hasn't really had a lot of goalie kick opportunities. Changing directions. Pass out front to Jirjai. Shots on net. It gets deflected out. Trying to clear it. The best opportunity so far in this second half in Conn College. Unreally able to get a shot really on net that gets through. Sends it over to the other side. Over to Doyle. Getting a piece of it. Jonas falls down. No whistle, we continue play. Robles about to get substituted in. Has been a crucial part this season for the Camels. Prince still on the bench for the Vikings, leading his team in points. Jonas almost falls down. Changing possessions is Doyle. Whistle on the play. And we continue on. We're hearing some boos from this Freeman Field crowd, not liking the officiating in this second half. Pochetti sends it up. Pass it over to Pochetti. Pochetti near side pass over to Jonas. Jonas now over to Doyle. Doyle out front. Over to Jarin. Trying to regroup. Prince back in the game for Salem State. We have less than 20 minutes left to go in regulation. 0-0 is the score in this first round of this NCAA tournament game. Change of possession. Robles over to Jirjai. Shots on net. And a good save by Marvel. Sorry, Jake Krause. There on the shot. MT Shuma about to get substituted in the game for Conn. Heading it away. Both teams starting to arrive for the second game. Prince, the injured player. Whistle blows with about 18 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The clock continues to roll. And they're going to call a timeout. That player is going to be attended to. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back here on NSN Sports. After the injury timeout, we're back here on NSN Sports. I'm Robert Marshall, guiding you through this first of two round of 32 games here from New London, Connecticut. The Connecticut College Camels, the home team. They're playing on their home field. Tied 0-0 against the Salem State Vikings. After the injured player, it's going to be possession for Con. They're about to get back to the field of play. Prince back in the game after being injured, but doesn't really look 100%, but he'll play on. Doyle towards the corner. And that shot on that not even close, and it's going to be a goalie kick. Empty Shuma in the game for Rye Jarn. Jarn unable to get on the scoreboard today. He currently leads the team in points. Here on the goalie kick. Yurjai with the header. Trying to keep it in. Towards the corner. He's going to be able to stay on side. It's not going to matter. He's just going to roll out of play. Still have some time left to go in regulation, but we're going to need a goal here quickly. We're likely going to be headed toward overtime. Jurjai with possession for Khan. Sending it up. Trying to get a piece of it, unable to do so was Jake Krause. .10 left to go in regulation. Reaching about the 75th minute. If this game heads to overtime, the second game will start later. This has been a highly contested matchup. The round of 32. Con College has dominated the play so far today. Don't have any goals to show for it. Salem State trying to hold on, maybe likely send this game to overtime. But first we have to play these last 15 and a half minutes. Free kick into the box, heading it out. Not enough bodies there for Con. And we'll send it back deep. Prince with a foot race. Falling down, there's going to be a foul. They'll continue play. Prince still appears to be injured, but he's going to be out there. He got into a foot race. Shuma sends it up. Go Ketty. Shuma sends it up, trying to break this Vikings defense. Jonas, just outside the box. Touch passing it over to Krause. Shuma. Changing directions, it's going to be a turnover. Salem State Prince with the ball. And it's going to be headed out towards midfield. The game plays on. 14 minutes left to go. Here now coming back in transition would be Salem State, but try to get up behind the defenders, unable to do so, and Con now has possession. First round of the NCAA tournament, still no score. 0-0. Jurjai sends it up. Trying to get a shot on net, and he gets deflected wide. Good deflection by Fabricio Torres. Trying to get it into the box, trying to head it away and over Robles' head. Shots on net, balls out front. And he gets deflected away. Some time still left to go in regulation. 13 minutes left to go. MT Shuma sends it over the other side. Over to Horvath Diavo. And it will be over the crossbar and a goalie kick. Horvath Diavo from New Haven, Connecticut. Send it out towards center circle. Heading it away there was Jirchot. Gonna try to clear it. Whistle on the play on a push down, and it'll be a free kick. Bochetti now sends it over to Jonas. And the ball stays into the box. It gets headed out. Ball's out front. Trying to get a shot on net, and it goes wide. Still 0-0. With about 11.5 minutes left to go in regulation. Kicking it away out towards midfield. Sending it back in the defensive end for Khan, where they haven't really spent a lot of time today. Dominating the second half for the Camels the way they dominated the first half. Jurjai sends it out. Trying to get a shot on it, and it goes off a defender of Salem State. Keeping it in is Khan. Jurjai trying to send it over the corner to Robles, and the ball goes out of play. Still some time left to go in regulation. 10 and about 40 minutes left, 40 seconds left. Coming into the game as substitute will be Cam Downer from Drake at Mass. Coming out of the game now will be number 15 and Samuel Diosa, sorry, my apologies, Diosa. Midfielder from Lowell, Massachusetts. They have a pair of players from Drake and a pair of players from Lowell. Take it they played high school soccer together. Robles sends it over to Jonas. Jonas sends it over into the box. Shuma. Sends it to the other side. To Jurjai. Jurjai over to Doyle. Doyle. Shot on net. Good save. Ball's out front. Another good save. Standing on his head is the Salem State goalkeeper. And the Salem State Vikings keep it at 0-0 score. The first real shots on net in this game. And the goalkeeper for Salem State stands tall with about 9 minutes left to go in regulation. Ball's going to be kicked into the defensive end for Khan, and Maidenberg just comes out of his net. The Vikings offensively today have been virtually non-existent. And in this second half, they have had maybe less than a minute time offensively. Ball goes out of play. It's going to be a goalie kick. Some more time off the clock. If this game heads to overtime, the game will be pushed back to start the second game. Likely to be a 2 o'clock start. But if either team can score here, they'll keep it at that 1:30 start. Sending it high up into the air. Now, Kelosklu sends it over to his defensive partner. Indugovic. Ball sent high up into the air. Trying to get a piece of it is Salem State. A lot of pressure Kahn is providing. Slide tackle whistle. And Boquete gets a yellow card. Jake Marvel about to come into the game. As we have about 7 minutes and 32 seconds left to go. Time is going to be stopped, but they're going to continue play. Jake Marvel about to come into the game. Clouds starting to come in. As I mentioned, rain's expected later today. If this game's head to overtime, likely the end of that second round of 32 matchup, you'll see rain. Of course, I'll be on the call with that second game as well here on NSN Sports. Hopefully we can stay dry. No whistle on the play, they continue. Possession now back with Salem State. O'Toole tries to send it up to his teammate. He's able to do so. Whistle, it's going to be Salem State possession. Here with a free kick. Going to get everybody up is Salem State. About 6.5 minutes left to go in regulation until we head to overtime. Into the box, ball's out front, and it's going to be a corner. First opportunity Salem State has early in the second half. Scores 0-0. Salem State trying to move on to the round of 16. Can they score a goal here and hold on? Into the box. Heading it away. Ball's out front. And they'll have to reset. Good job by Kahn. An even better job of Salem State. That shot's on net for O'Toole and doesn't even reach the net as it goes away. Jake Marvel in the game for Robles. Maidenberg sends it over. Out near midfield. Still 0-0. Sends it over to Jonas at the center circle. Some of the crowd starting to change as you're seeing the second game. A lot of the parents and friends of the players starting to arrive. And it'll be another card, and it will be awarded towards Kahn. 4:47 left to go in regulation. Still 0-0. Whoever wins, their season continues. Whoever loses, their season ends here today. Free kick for Kahn. Still 0-0. Less than 5 minutes left to go. Into the box, high up into the air. Ball's out front and it's headed. Not even close to the net. Clock continuing to roll. Here on the goalie kick. Play continues. Both teams are here for the second matchup of round of 32. They're going to have to wait a little while, it appears, though, as this game might head to overtime. Still 0-0. Play continues. No whistle, they'll continue on. Pressing it up is Kahn. Trying to send it towards the corner. Good defense by Salem State. Fatigue's going to start playing a factor in this one. Shot's going to be on net. Pass out front. And it's going to be a corner. Setting things up is Kahn. Nothing happened on that corner and will continue. Kicking it away. Heading it away. Ball's high up into the air. Trying to fight for it. In its possession, Kahn. Schumer trying to rush towards the corner. Able to do so. Less than 2 minutes left to go. Trying to get a shot out front. And it's a save. Now a corner for Kahn. Here the corner into the box, and it's going to be headed away. And a good clear by Salem State. Numbers back, sending it up to Prince. About a minute and a half left. Now Schumer sends it over to Horlath Diallo. Prince with possession. Going to hold on to it less than 40 seconds. Still 0-0. Keeping it in. Schumer sends it over to Doyle. 25 seconds left. Still 0-0. Setting it away. Ball's out front, Bochetti. And he kicks it way wide. And this looks like we're going to head to overtime. 0-0 is the score.
10, 9, 8,
and we are going to be heading to overtime. 0-0 is the score. 45 minutes were put on both clocks, and after the goalie kick, that's going to expire. 90 minutes have been played. We're going to need some more time. We'll take a quick break here on NSN Sports, and we'll be back here for overtime here on NSN Sports. After 90 minutes, I guess we need more time. Tied 0-0 here on NSN Sports. I'm Robert Marshall guiding you through this game. And the game after us is this the round of 32. Whoever wins this game will play the winner of the next game we have here in NSN Sports. St. Joseph's College of Maine heading off against NYU. If you're listening to the start of the game, I mentioned that St. Joseph's College of Maine 16-1-2, perfect in the GNAC. 12-0 NYU, 10-5-1 in the UAA. They are 4-3. NYU back in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2018. But first, we need to find out who's moving on to the round of 16 in this game. As we have played 90 minutes, and we're going to need more time. 2 10-minute overtime periods. If neither team scores, we will go to PKs. Both teams that are in the second game have to sit around and wait a while. Con will be shooting towards our right, Salem State towards our left. As the clock is having some issues. We'll have to wait. The clock's still having issues, so we'll take a little bit of a break, as they'll have to figure that out. 3:15 shows on the clock, but we need 10 minutes. Score is 0-0. Is they going to reset the clock? Let's see if they're able to rectify this situation, as it is 0-0. Fatigue's starting to play a factor, as you can see. Multiple players starting to stretch, as the clock still shows 3:15. We're going to allow them to fix this clock. We're tied 0-0 here to start this first overtime, but we're having some issues with the score clock. We'll be back here on NSN Sports. Welcome back. They figured out the play clock issue. 10 minutes is put on the clock too. 10-minute overtime period, so we're going to get things started. As I mentioned, Con shooting towards our right, Salem State towards our left. We've reached the 2-hour mark as the game started around 11:01. We are here at 1:02, so 1 hour and 1 minute mark actually. Of course, around college sports, we have Division II and one NCAA tournaments going on as well, Division III, and of course a lot of other fall sports. Got college football, of course, finishing up their season, and then on Sunday, when these teams play, or whoever wins this game and the winner of the second matchup, we'll be playing on NFL Sunday. We're now trying to set it up. Ball's out front. No infraction. Here now sends it back over to the center circle. Still 0-0. This game, of course, will not end in a tie because someone needs to win to move on. Georgi tries to pass the ball out front. Shot on net. Not a lot on it, and an easy save. Kicking it away. Goes off of Prince's back because he wasn't looking for it. Sending it up there is Khan. About 8 minutes left to go in this first of two 10-minute overtime periods. Whoever can score here will win. Ball's out front, missing the shot, and it's going to get cleared. The start of the second game will be pushed back due to the fact this game's in overtime. They are hoping that both games will go to overtime, as this is an exciting NCAA tournament so far today from New London, Connecticut. O'Toole changing directions. And it will be a throw-in for Conn. Conn College, the home team, trying to advance their season in front of this home crowd. Salem State trying to pull off an upset. They did win their conference championship, but have to come here to New London, Connecticut. Sending it away. Ball's out front, good save. Sending it away, about 6:15 left to go. Benenberg comes out of his net and quickly throws it over. The clouds starting to appear here after you couldn't really see a cloud in the sky. It was a beautifully sunny day. That has changed a little bit. Georgi still possession. Changing directions. In the middle of the field, Conn College can get no really rhythm. They can only move on the outside. And for Salem State offensively, those last 5 minutes were the only really 5 minutes that they've dominated in this game at any point. Schumer sends it up, trying to get it out front, and they'll regroup. Trying to get the ball out front. And we'll set things up. Some substitutions going to start coming in this game, this overtime period. Ball's going to be out front for Georgi. Falling down, and they'll continue. see what they elect to do. Will indeed be a free kick. Here we go. Shot in the net. And it goes wide. Not even close to the net. Get another squandered opportunity there for Kahn. Setting it up out near midfield in the defensive end for Salem State. Ball goes out of play. Here on the throw-in. Heading it away. Possession for Kahn. Trying to set it up, Girjai. Losing possession. Salem State now in possession. Sending away, and Maidenberg will be there for the kick. Doesn't send it very far though. He now tries to put it towards the corner, unable to do so, over to Scafone. Possession now for Salem State. Coming back, they don't have the numbers. Out front is Prince, and the flag goes up for offsides. There was the chance. Here now for Kahn. Possession shot's going to be out front. It gets deflected. Here now possession towards Kahn. After the kick. Trying to have it at Salem State. Prince sends it up, touch pass. Slide tackle, doesn't fall down. Girjai. Beginning piece of it was Jonas. Jonas sends it up to Horvath Diallo. Following up, whistle on the play. And a card, it appears, is going to be warranted. 1:05 left to go in this first overtime period. If neither team can score with a minute and a half left here in the second of 10, we'll be in PKs. Here for a free kick. It has to be a shot on net. The last time they had this, it wasn't even close. Shots on net. And clearing it. 1 minute.
Just under 1 minute left in overtime, in the first overtime period.
We're now setting things up. Less than a minute left to go in this first overtime period. They'll play another 10. Likely. Pushing it towards the corner. Heading it out. Good job by Salem State. Girjai. Now Now over to Jonas. Trying to put it towards the corner.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And that's going to do it for the first overtime period. Still 0-0. We'll take a couple of minutes break here on NSN Sports, and we'll be back for the second overtime period here on NSN Sports. Welcome back to get things started in the second overtime period. If they don't score in these next 10 minutes, we will head towards PKs. Sides changing now. Conn College shooting towards our left, Salem State towards our right. No handball call, now possession with Salem State. Ball's headed towards the corner over to Prince. And the ball lands out of play. Prince from Medford, Massachusetts. And he's just than 9 minutes left to go until we're headed toward PKs. The second game likely will be around 2 to 2:15. So after the conclusion of this game, if you want to take a 30-minute break and come back, we'll be back here for the second game. Here the corner. Into the box, ball's out front and it's cleared. Good job by Khan. Prince trying to get a piece of it, unable to do so. That ball's shot high up into the air and out of play. Quickly starting up play was Khan. Good job by them. Trying to use every last second of that 10 minutes. A large student section here at Connecticut College on the end where Salem State is defending. You're now on the free kick. It's going to be sent high up into the air. Here now possession's going to send it up. A foot race, kicking it out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in for, it appears, Khan. But it's going to actually be a throw-in for Salem State. Here on the throw-in over to O'Toole. Here another throw-in. Prince now sends it up. Trying to get a shot on net, it gets deflected wide. In the shot, trying to ring it around the defender, unable to do so. No goalie kick. They're just going to try to push it up. Your shot. About to substitute in. Trying to get a shot on an empty Shuma. Shots on net, gets deflected wide. Here now towards the corner. Trying to get a shot on net, it gets deflected. And we'll have to reset his Khan as it goes out of play, almost. But being able to keep it in. About 5 minutes left to go in this second overtime period. You're now with possession. And pushing it back. Rushing up the field. Pushing it up the field. Pushing it forward, falling down on the grass. And Salem State now in possession. Kicks it deep. O'Toole has it for Salem State. Rushing towards the corner, pushes down the defender. Has an opportunity, passes it out front, and it's going to get deflected wide. Ball to still the possession with Kahn. Pushing it up, we still have another game to do. To play here at Freeman Field. This is an exciting first game. The start of the second game, if you're just joining us, will start later on because of this now. Likely at 2 p.m. or maybe 2:15. Ball's going to be out front to Marvel. Pass out front to Schuma. And gets cleared. A great defensive game being played by both sides today. Prince. Whistle on the play. And let's see what they decide to do. 3:07 left to go. It appears there's an injured player. Let's see if he gets back up. Clock is stopping, so he's not wasting any time off the clock. It appears just more cramps than anything. Substitutions coming into the game for Kahn. No substitutions, though, for Salem. And it appears Prince is going to get up. He's dealing with an injury for sure, and it's getting worse. .307 left to go in the second overtime. And the clock starts back up into the box. Heading up high up in the air, and the ball's out front. Maidenberg with a save. We have less than 3 minutes left to go in this second overtime. Then we'll head towards PKs. Kicks it deep. It's going to be sent deep. And the ball will go out of play. We're now on the goalie kick, sending it out towards the center circle. Slide tackle there, keeping it in now on the throw-in will be Fabricio Torres. Whistle on the play. Into the box, and it's going to be a good save. Kicking it away. And now he's going to rush towards the corner, and it's going to go out of play. 1:15 left to go. A new goalkeeper coming into the game for Kahn will be number 1, Peter Sylvester. Sylvester from Bermuda.
1 minute remaining.
Less than a minute left to go. There will be a break for PKs. He now sends it out towards midfield. It appears this game's going to go to PKs. Less than 30 seconds. First of 2 games here today, ending in a Hollywood finish, it appears. The second game should be as exciting.
10,
Sending it away.
9,
Jonas.
8,
Ball's out front. Unable to get a shot on net.
4, 3.
And that ball's going to be sent up high up into the air. And a bicycle kicking it away there
That is
for
the
Prince.
end of the second overtime.
And that's the end of the second overtime period. We'll be heading towards PKs. After a little break, we'll be back for the penalty kicks here on NSN Sports. We're back here from New London, Connecticut, the round of 32. We are in penalty kicks. The first time either of these teams have been in it all season long. Of course, in the regular season, games end in ties. Everything will be shooted towards our right. Let's see who gets the first shot, and it's going to be Salem State. Salem State trying to come here on the road and quieting this very, very loud crowd that appeared with about the 5-minute mark of this game. They have been loud ever since. As we're going to get things started here, best of 5. First PK opportunity. Best of 5. Shots on net and a good save. It appears there was some type of infraction. So, they'll play on. Still no score. They'll get to retry. Shots on net and another save. So, doesn't matter either time. So, opportunity here for Kahn. First PK shot for Kahn. And save. Still 0-0. And Prince, the leading scorer. Point shot for both teams. Neither of them scored. Prince, the leading point scorer. Shots on net, scores. So, 1-0. Steve Jonas will take the next PK for Kahn. This is their second one. Trying to tie it at 1-1. Shot, it scores. So, 1-1 tie. Peter Sylvester doing the goalkeeping for the PKs for Kahn, not Maidenberg. Shot on net and it's a save. And it's going to be a 1-1 tie. Augie Zirza will take the PK next for Kahn. As it appears that last one was by number 7 in Joyda Souza. Zirza tied 1-1. Best of 5. Zirza shot on net and it's a save. So we're still tied at 1-1. Now the fourth PK shot. And Patrick Filetti will take the next shot for Salem State. go. Shot on net, and it's a save. If Con's able to score here and they're able to make the next save, they'll move on to the round of 16. It appears it's Boquetti. Here we go. Shot on net. Scores back post. And all they need is a save, and they'll move on to the round of 16. Salem State to hold on needs a goal here. If they don't get it, Con moves on to the Sweet 16 tomorrow afternoon. Salem State PK. Can Sylvester come up big? Shots on net, and they keep it alive. All Con needs to do here is score a goal. They move on. To send Con to the Sweet 16. Let's see if they can do it here. Got it. And that's going to do it. The Connecticut College Camels will move on to the Sweet 16. And Salem State sees their season end in heartbreak fashion. 1-0 through PKs is the final score of this game. And what a great game and what a great victory for Con. It took everything they had today in Salem State. Sees their season end. A great effort today. The Camels will move on to the Sweet 16 tomorrow afternoon. We'll take about a 30-minute break and we'll be back for the second game here on NSN Sports.